Hey guys, how's it going, Electron Man? Well, you kind of get a two for this week. I kind of did a thing on POTA, but I wanted to kind of cover some electronics too. I had some friends interested in POTA, so I thought I'd throw that video up. But anyway, this is really kind of my weekly video. But this is a kind of be an interesting one. Not really going to be a repair video, but it's kind of be. Actually, there's another YouTuber out there that kind of brought this up with these Digimaxes, which you is add on to your PLL or your oscillation circuit on your radio that gives you expanded channels, and it's done all through a separate PLL inside the box. Anyway, I was watching that video and I thought, I think I got one of those, and so I got to digging, and I don't know how old it is. I've probably had it for 25 or 30 years, and it was probably 5 years old when I got it, so I'm guessing, I don't know, 80s, 70s, maybe 80s. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and do a little box opening on it, and I'm going to show you it and see what you think about it, and then we're going to debate what we're going to do with it. But anyway, let's go ahead and do an open box on a 45-year-old item. Hopefully this will get you good light. It's got a serial number, and it's a Model G. And basically, we'll go ahead and open the box, and it's got some instructions, which you can tell their age just on how the paper is old. Almost feels like 60s paper. But anyway, these are the manual, I guess you'd call it, which looks like it's like 3 photocopied pieces of paper. And then let's get the unit out here. Comes with a little bracket so you can mount it. And there she is. It's a Commscan 200 by Scanner Associates. I have no idea if they're still in business. I doubt it. I mean, if they are, they're probably not doing anything like this anymore. But anyway, what it's got on the front. What it's got on the front is it's got a scan, so you can scan through the bands up and down, and then it's got a incrementer of going in 5 kilohertz for your channels. So, or 10. It's either 5 or 10. I think it's 5. We'll find out. I'm going to go ahead and kind of hook this up on the bench. I need to make sure it works. I'm assuming that it does. Pretty sure it's brand new. It doesn't look like it's ever really been installed anything. I don't know, that white wire there kind of looks like maybe it was soldered, but I think it's brand new, and just in the way it's packed. And it also comes with this voltage regulator here that you install in it, because this thing runs off of 5 volts. So you take a 12-volt source out of your radio, and then you wire this for 5 volts, which I know with that I can go ahead and hook it up with 5 volts off my bench tester here. So anyway, let's go ahead and it's got this long ribbon cable here, as you can see. Actually, that white wire came off that transistor. Okay, that explains that. That's probably why it was soldered. But you have these are what are going to go on one side of the PLL. Now I know the other video I saw, they actually have another model that somehow you get in the oscillation circuit, and I'm not sure how you inject that. But on this particular model, it goes in the on the PLL. And kind of the unique thing about this one is, because I've done a little research on it, is on this Commscan is it lists models here, and let's see. On this Commscan here, it lists models, and there's a Commscan 200A for Cobra's 2189 President AM products and similar radios. So it'd probably work like on a Dwight D or something, that the Commscan 2A. The 2C's for Cobra, what is that, 77X models. And then Commscan 200D is for 138s, 139s, Spartan, President AM, Robin 51D. So it's for the older presidents, I'm sure, that have the 898, I think it is, in it, PLL. But this model here, back to why I'm showing you this, if you notice, even on the bottom, it's marked G. Well, it doesn't even have G on this list. Thank goodness this was apparently new in the box, because it does have the G instructions, which, if you look at the, I don't know if you can see it or not here, on the Model G instructions, it says Comms Model 200G fits Cobra 148 and President Grants and Washingtons. This is for the PLL 8119 is what it is. Or 87, not 2. This is for the PLL 19, the one that's in the Cobra 2000, that's in the Cobra 148s, etc. So it makes it even a little more unique. I didn't even know there was a G version, to be honest, until I dug it back out. I was thinking it was the 898 version, basically the AM version, but this is actually could go in a Cobra 2000. And instructions, they're very lackluster. I think I've kind of sorted out how it all goes in, and it's not real bad, but it will require isolating pin 10 on your PLL chip. So it means cutting some traces, and it means taking your selector wire out, and basically where your selector ribbon cable goes into your main board, this will replace it, and that's how it does the magic that it does. So anyway, let's go ahead and fire it up. I believe I have it. I read the instructions enough to understand it. This side's the ground, which I'm going to feed it with 5 volts. Remember, this has got a 5-volt regulator, so I'll use my little bench power supply and just inject it with 5 volts. Obviously, I want to go to the negative side of this, and then I'll go to the positive side. And if it works, it should automatically, just put this right here. From what I read, it should automatically go to 27405. Okay, it should just go to 27405 when I give it 5 volts here. And that's exactly what it does. Good. I thought this worked. I think it's brand new. So as you can see now, I have 27405. Well, if I had it interfaced to radio, that's what it'd put me on channel, 405, and then you can go up and down, which it looks. Let's go ahead and go down to what the lowest channel it'll go to. So it'll go all the way down to 2605005. So almost down to 26 flat, and then we'll see how high it goes up. And it'll go up to all the way to 27995. It doesn't switch over to 28, but it goes all the way to 27995, and then when you click one more time, it'll go back to 27405. So it does 26 to 27995, and it says that you should be able to get all those on your radio to work. It says maybe on the lower you might lose a few, like down to 26 2 something, I think is what it said, 225. But anyway, needless to say, it gives you a lot of expansion. It gives you what, 25, 30 channels up? No, more than that, 50 channels up, and at least 50 channels down. But anyway, just a cool little item that I thought I would share with you guys, kind of put it in the history of YouTube. So if somebody's got one of these or wonder what they are, they know now, because it's the first one I've ever seen. I think it's kind of a unicorn of items, and I don't even remember. I think I picked it up years ago. Who knows where? I think maybe at a pawn shop. I can't really remember, to be honest. Anyway, guys, now the dilemma comes is, what do I do with it? Do I sell it? I've got a 148 I could put it in. I've got a unit in Grant I could put it in, or I could put it in my 2000. I don't know. I'm gonna let you guys give me feedback what you think. It would be pretty cool to be in a 2000. Very tempting, but then my 2000 is not very molested, and I sure hate to go in there and do that. But it is reversible. But I don't know. As you can see, I'm in a dilemma of what to do with it. I'll kind of get y'all's feedback on what you think. I'm really leaning towards putting it in the Cobra 2000 just because it's my radio, and it'd be super cool to have a. I guess they don't really call this one a Digiscan. They call this a Commscan. So, but I know there's also the Digiscan models out there. So I guess there was competitors out there. And like I said, I've never seen this before. So it's all new to me. If I do end up putting it in the 2000, I'll definitely bring you along and do a video. And in fact, if I put it in any radio, I will go along and explain how I do it, and we'll go through the whole process of me installing it. But anyway, guys, thought this would be interesting. I kind of just an information video, and I'm really kind of looking for feedback what I should do with this thing. I've had it for so long, I need to do something with it. It's been collecting. I mean, you can tell from the yellowed box, it's been around a long time. Anyway, guys, as always, please subscribe to my channel. Hit that subscribe down there on the left. If you haven't already, give me a thumbs up. And as always, have a great day. This is Electron Man.